to the season, coming in for Bjorn, kind of jumping the timeline 4 years. And how was that? Was it intimidating coming in at first, or everybody just kind of make you feel at home right away?
Katheryn was great. She really made me feel at home, and everyone embraced me with open arms. I'd already met Katheryn and Travis when I did the reading originally in LA. So I already had a bit of a relationship with them, and it was one big family. It was fantastic. Definitely intimidating though, because I wanted to bring an element of the original Bjorn into himself. Because we look alike, but that's not enough. I really wanted to bring some of that essence.
I think he did a great job. I have to honestly say that Sherry Marshall and the producers on set was a big fan of Hunger Games. They spotted Alexander in Hunger Games, and they said, okay, we got the perfect Bjorn. And me and Travis got asked to fly down to LA and screen test, and we both looked at each other and we're like, that's it. That's our son growing up. And Alex couldn't have come into an easier transition and really has taken the role to now a man and having his own voice in the series. And I think a lot of people are going to really surprised and amazed at what he does with the character.
So what's in store for next season? We can't wait.
What's in store? Lots. We're halfway through season 3, and as you know, we're taking over, or we're actually going to try to invade Paris. Lagertha has her own journey in terms of her own arc of now having power and dealing with her ex-husband and finding her own voice as a woman and challenges as a female with in a position of power. So you're going to see her struggle a little bit. But truthfully, it's an amazing vibe on set. It really is. If you ever come to Ireland, you must visit us because everybody is it just feels like we're home, and it feels like everybody's family. Everybody wants to do the best that they possibly can, and it's season 3, so everybody is easy in terms of they know their roles, and it's a lot easier transition to get straight into work.
How challenging is the training that you guys have to do on this show? Because I saw pictures of you riding your horse on your Twitter feed and fight scenes.
I just learned that too.
Yeah.
God, I need something to
Doesn't stop
guys.
ever,
This is the weirdest people in this class. It's awesome. We're like a family.
Oh my God, I can just throw water at him.
So I would imagine that unlike on many other shows, this show's training is it's even more than just having to memorize lines. You've got all these other things you have to do to prepare for the role.
The thing is about Vikings, you don't stop. Yes, you're shooting, but you're also learning how to ride a horse. You're working on your sequences and your battle sequences and stunt coordination. Learning Old Norse, working with an accent coach, getting into fittings because everything's done by hand sewn and everything is specifically made for your body, or meeting the different other actors and rehearsing or just chatting or getting together. And we've such a tight group of cast members that we love to even just have dinners. Like I was just over at his house with Gustav and they cooked me a nice dinner, and it's a really warm environment. But
It's a guy who cooks.
Alexander, what's ahead for Bjorn in season 3?
It's definitely been a coming-of-age story. Historically, his character goes on to do some pretty incredible things, so I think that we're setting up just him really coming into his own and becoming a man, and there's going to be a lot more of that. We'll see. Last season he was a boy, and this season he's definitely a man.
And Nigel has to deal with that. He's not her little son anymore. Now she has to respect him as a man, and that's a different challenge to play. First season, Bjorn was like this. Now I'm looking up to Bjorn, and now he's like him. So
It's amazing because all the problems, like all the issues and everything that arise in the show, you realize that even back then it's the same issues we have now. Like she has to come to terms with the fact that I'm a man now, but and she'll always be my mom in the movie, but this time now we've become more companions. We look after each other, we have our back, and we respect each other's opinion. It's a really cool relationship. It's like how we are normally outside too.
How are your love lives in season 3?
Well, we just came out, with our relationship together. I think it's a little awkward, but I think people understand.
If Game of Thrones can do it, come on.
How are the love lives?
I'm going to tease you guys.
We take it easy.
You will see. Well, I like that. She's a free woman. She's a free woman. She can do whatever she wants. She doesn't have a husband now. She understands her sexuality. She knows who she is, and she's a free woman, and you can see her explore that.
How does Ragnar handle that?
Ooh, that's a very good question. You're gonna ask him next round. We'll ask him that. How about Bjorn?
We know he's a free man now. You can see him. No, he's you know, without giving too much away, he's grown up, and a lot of things, a lot of crazy twists with his relationship with Thorin. It changes, and you can expect to see some crazy events happen this season with him and his family.
If you guys like season 2, you're gonna love.
It's insane. It's like I've never read anything like this. I think you guys are gonna love it. And the teaser, I don't know if you guys were in the panel, but yeah, that was the first time I saw it. And I was just blown away. I'm so happy to be on the show.
The scene where you guys came back to Ragnar was fucking amazing, and I just wanted you played it beautifully. It was edited perfectly.
I actually had a hard time with that scene because Lagartha doesn't say anything other than saying hi, and then she's stuck there with the reunion of your. I'm sitting there like, what do I do? I guess I just stand there and watch this dynamic. So
there's so much going on like that you weren't saying that you were showing too, which I love.
What's great about it, it's all subtext for the show. It's not necessarily what you say, it's sometimes what you don't say. And sometimes it's within the look. Or sometimes it's just being in that awkward moment tells so much more about what's really going on than having dialogue.
My household teared up, so good job. Good job.
Because the show's on the History Channel, what type of creative license do you guys get compared to what the History Channel says it needs to be historically accurate?
That's a great question. I actually don't think that another network can do such a good job as History does.
Yeah.
In the sense where you know that it is historically accurate as much as possible. We work with a historian on the show. I play a real character. Bjorn Ironside plays a real character that existed. We also have a lot of freedom in the sense where they spend a lot of time in the casting process and hiring the right people, with the showrunners, with being Michael Hurst, and also with the department heads, that they truly spend all their time picking the right people and really allow us to do our job. Where the freedom of that is so rare. Where I've been on shows, on network shows, that they are more, there's a lot of cooks in the kitchen that they're worried about a certain look. Here they trust in who they hire, and maybe it's also the time difference that we're 8 hours ahead and they can get a hold of us. But we're pretty much out there on our own, and it's nice that they trusted us to represent the show the right way.